Welcome, everyone. Happy Mother's Day weekend. I am going to be doing a channeling again with an Oracle of Delphi. She wanted to come forward. The Oracles of Delphi were prophecy, and I'm going to read a little bit in case you had forgotten. I do have one channeling with an Oracle of Delphi. More than 2,000 years ago, the Temple of Apollo stood proudly on the western slope of Mount Parnassus and hosted within um, it the Oracle Delphi, also known as Pythia, whose prophecies, often expressed in cryptid poetic terms, fascinated the inhabitants of the Greek city. Chosen among the most attractive women in the region, Pythia was to be born legitimately, to have grown up among the people in simplicity, and to be a virgin, be her only husband being God Apollo. Many kings did not hesitate to make hundreds of kilometers to accept the predictions about their future and find answers to their questions. Before they could meet her, they had to sacrifice an animal in order to obtain favors of the gods. Let's see. They consulted the Oracle of Delphi, proceeding according to the precision of the ritual and respected. Only men could consult the god individually or collectively. In addition, the Oracle of Delphi could only be seen one day a month. Originally, the consultation of the oracle was annually and took place on the day of the feast of Apollo. It then took place on the 7th of each month. During the ninth month, the god was supposedly to occupy the site. This day was called, oh, I'm not going to even say that, Polythios, the day of multiple questions. The consultant had to pay tax to the Confederate cities. The payment of surtax or services rendered to the city of Delphi allowed to acquire the right of prominence, that is to say, that they had the right to skip the long line. So people with money could pay and then get to the front of the line, basically. That's what they're saying. The consultation was first taken to the Aditon of the Temple of Apollo and met Pythia on the tripod. She sat on a high chair. The oracle must have already been purified herself, drunk the water of the source. Which is interesting that they talk about water. So it's really, water is really prominent. So we're going to bring Pythia forward. So my vision's taking me to Delphi. And I know they talked about fumes coming up from the ground. It was that was a facade. That was for show. It was effect. There's certain oracles that came through the years, and this one is highly respected because she's very highly advanced race. She actually is I want to say the Lyrian She's a descendant of the Lyrian race. She was one of the very first oracles. The oracles used to be young, 1920. She came from the younger race. And then some things evolved and they went into the older race of women. Um, I think they had to clean some stuff up. Things got a little bit out of hand with the oracles and young warriors. This is one of the first ones, which is one of the strongest ones. This is before it became kind of a show. There's no sacrifices at this time. It was just pure channeling, pure information. It was clean information at that time. It wasn't tainted. It started a long time ago. Long time ago. They're saying it started before even Greece was known as Greece. That this was built by the gods for information, for community, for growth, energy. There's a woman standing before me in a Greek-looking white gown with the ties around her torso, like the Greek women's dress. Her hair is red, and it's curly. It's kind of woven on top of her head and full, and a lot of curls are cascading down. Her skin is very white and fair. She looks about 20. Her face is kind of round, and her skin looks like baby soft, and her lips are like really full. I'm trying to see her eyes. Her eyes are a very light green in color. Very pretty. I mean, she's flawless. And she's telling me to sit. She's going to be on a higher platform, and I'm going to sit below her looking up at her. And she will speak. I have come forward for this time, for this day, to talk with you once again. I have been brought forward by the gods, my Father, my friends. It is time for us to communicate once again, as you are at a place. The world has been at this place before, of war, of killing, of bloodshed, of crimes. We on Delphi were protected from all of this. Thus we could speak the words of God. We could speak what needed to be said and communicated upon the world. We were the mouthpiece of God in the beginning. And then as everything happens, things get tainted and misguided and sometimes ugly. But at the beginning it was beautiful. This was our calling. We were pure, and we spoke purity. We spoke truth, and we lifted the souls of man, and we were to teach the souls of man and bring forth their strength and perseverance and choice. So once again we come upon this earth because it's time to bring forth another prophecy that is coming forth upon your lands, upon your world. You have been told many things by this prophetess, this priestess, this oracle, who we have called down at this time to bring word to those who listen, to those who care, to accelerate themselves, to purify themselves, to listen, to grow, and to manage their own lives in such a way that they can bring the appropriate energy into their environments. This is the day that we fall upon the rainbow. The rainbow is a connection to you now. The colors of the prisms, the colors of the chakras. It is the season of the rainbow, this rest of this year and into the next. Feel the rainbow, the colors of the energy. As those colors are fluid through your soul, embrace them, look upon them, see them as they are crystals, as they are light. How does the rainbow shine as it comes from the rain? The rain is purity. It cleanses the earth. It falls upon the earth to give it nourishment. And then it shines a rainbow, saying that this is done, that this is good. And how does the rainbow shine but from the sun? It takes a mixture of the rain and the sun to make this rainbow shine. This will fall upon the earth, the sun, and the rain, and they will walk upon the earth together, and they will cleanse the earth. For the rain and the sun will bring forth the rainbow. It will be a light unto the world. It will walk upon the planet that you call Earth, and it will bring forth light, and it will bring forth words of wisdom. This rainbow of many colors will come forth out of the sun and the rain, and it will walk upon all lands of the earth. It will walk into the dark abyss, this rainbow of many colors, and it will bring light. This rainbow can never be extinguished now, once it comes forth. For this rainbow will bring in the new earth. It will bring in the new world. You will see justice. You will see a cleansing of the people. For they cannot look upon the rainbow and not be cleansed. for they will see all. They will see all their misguided choices and crimes. Many will not be able to stand in front of the rainbow because of their crimes, and they will cry, and they will leave, for the rainbow will shine upon all nations, all lands. For the sun and the rain bring forth this rainbow. This will be the new birth of the new day. This will be a step as you walk into the new earth, the new world. As you know, many are coming forth from the skies, for they are waiting for this time, for it is prophecy, and they are gathering to watch the earth as this prophecy has been foretold, but it has been rewritten as of yet. It has been adjusted a little, and it is beginning to be written in the tablets of stone for all the galaxies and universes to see. For they look at the sun and they look at the rain, and then they will see the rainbow forming and coming out of such great energy. For each are pure and have been purified, so they may succeed in this mission, for it is foretold that you are in this dimension for this time, for you are to be awakened, so you may walk the path and look for the rainbow of light that will walk your lands here in this dispensation, and you will be here to see history being made for all the universe to see. You will be a part of this creation. You will be a part of this light. You will be a part of this time. Feel these words, for they are truth and they come from your God. They come from my God, because my God is light. My God is the Holy of Holy, the purest of light, of energy. I hold this prophecy in my hand. And I give it to you as you hold out your hand to me. I pass it on to you now with a blessing of promise that there will be light that will conquer the darkness. I promise you that there will be a day where you will see and understand these words, for I have given them to you in light and love and promise. I pass on now this light to you as you are a respecter of man, that you have raised yourself up out of your community of darkness. So you can hear these words. Understand what I'm saying to you now. Watch for this light. Watch for the rainbow, because it is a promise from God. It always has been a promise from God that He loves you, and look to it. Follow the flows of the white water. Follow the flow of its pristine clarity. For it is speaking to you now in greatness and wonder. Only a few will understand this statement, because it's for those that understand the water. Sorry. That understand the flow and the diversity. And understand the light that bounces on the water as the water flows through the darkness. And it flows quickly now. Things will speed up now. Time will speed up now. Your lives will speed up now. Because the light is here, it is coming forth. It is blessing the souls of man. Your everyday lives will change. Because we have said these words, the darkness will hear these words, and they will be scared. They are trying to promote their own agenda and their own change. They're trying to call out the light so they can attack it. But the light is you. Do not fear, for the light is upon your head. It is in your heart. You must promote this light upon your lands. For there are several oracles being called out at this time. They are not just channeling or giving words. They are prophesying now. Things will become deeper, and you will crave the words from those that speak truth. Not only from this earth, but above. In different ways, in different lights, and different energies. But no, they create one great light. They create the rainbow. As the sun and the rain will come together, the sun is one nation, the rain is another nation. They will merge, and there will be a birth that will come out of them, which will be the rainbow community. It will be a great nation, but it will be one that walks out of the light and will be the purest of white with the purest of words. This light has rained upon your land before, but it will be protected this time. It will walk into darkness, and it will be safe this time. For no harm will befall this light this time. for that is not the meaning of this light. The meaning of this light is to give you one last chance to turn your hearts to the white light, to the purest of pure. But you will have to drop away your darkness. You will have to drop away almost all that you have been programmed and know in order for you to also follow this white light. For all we have spoken here now is in your soul. You have known this before you came down. You have known that you will have a choice to make in this life. You can stay complacent in all that you are at this time, or you can walk out and look for that light that will be coming down shortly. We are preparing you now, because this is prophecy, and those of the universe are coming forward in the skies to watch and to protect and to bring forth the sun, which is one nation, bring forth the rain, which is one nation. There will be one out of each one of these nations that will walk forward, that will merge, and they will bring forth this light, that will walk forward to the lands of darkness and bring the light there. For this has been spoken, for this has been written. I give you no words of untruth, for I read from the tablets of God, and this is time. This is essence, and this is your life. I thank this oracle for letting me use her voice. There are only a few of a stature of cleanliness that I can speak through. We are glad you're here, that you hear these words, that you feel the light, and you understand the mission. For you must follow us. You must understand yourself. And you can't be anybody unless you love yourself. You can't understand anything unless you love yourself completely. You must rise your heart, clear out the cobwebs of your soul, and bring love into yourself, because you matter to us. You are us. In these modern days, this has always been hard since the beginning of man. Your challenges are the same. They will always be the same. But we beckon to your heart that you will bring love to you. Please love yourself. Honor yourself, for you are so great. There are many out there looking at you that have higher intelligence than you, but they look at you They honor you. Find a completeness in that. Sometimes it doesn't have to be the highest of intelligence. It can just be simple and striving and forgiving and yearning and understanding and loving. It is simple. This is not hard. Do not make this hard. Do not make it complex or dramatic of any way. Bring it into your heart and be glad. Find joy. Stop letting the outside world into your heart. It has no place there. You have no room for it there. Put up a shield from the outside world and say, you will not penetrate my soul. You will not penetrate my heart. Because I have no room for you there. There's many that have stated that if you understand these words, they are for you. If you do not understand these words, leave them behind. I do not say that. I will never say that. Because you know the truth. I don't have to state this truth of what you absorb and what you do not absorb. For you are intelligent enough to understand what you wish to hear here. Some will understand it more greatly than others. That is just the level that you are. Some will not understand it at all. And that is okay. Because one day they will. You are just more advanced. And you are complete. We bless and honor you now as you walk forth and out of your lives. As you bring love into your heart, we bless you now with this love, this energy, the white light. We cast it upon you now. We honor the mothers of creation. We honor the mothers that love the world and love the children of the world. For this is important, that we bring the honoring of mothers back into the world. For they create like God, but they cannot walk alone. We end this transmission. Okay, I am going to now read something. I can see. Two sons went hunting for a buffalo and encountered a white calf woman. One boy rushed to the lovely beast, who appeared as a goddess. He assaulted the beautiful vision to harm her of her innocence with his lust, and she allowed him his pleasure, though in an instant the man turned to dust. The other son showed proper respect, sparred for the goddess. Let me read that. Sparred from the goddess' wrath, was lost. It is with regret the learned lessons come with ultimate sacrifice. The Creator Spirit sent me, the white buffalo, to teach and guide through the 7 sacred ways that I share with you for your people. With this pipe we shall pray for the sacred bundle. First, there is a sweat lodge for purification. Second, there is a naming ceremony for child naming. Third, there is a healing ceremony to restore the body, mind, and spirit. Fourth, there is an adoption ceremony for making relatives. Fifth, there is a marriage ceremony for uniting male and female. Sixth, there is a vision quest for community with the Creator. Seventh, there is the Sundance ceremony for praying for the well-being for everyone. As you see, you have arrived in our world in an uncomplicated state. She told the frontiersman that she would return for the sacred bundle that she left with him. She said there are 4 ages. She would look back upon the people in each one. His eyes followed her as she strode a short distance, looking back and sitting down. On rising, her fur turned with white to black. Walking a little further, the buffalo laid down. The time arise as a yellow buffalo. The third time the buffalo walked a little further, and this time, as a red buffalo, the buffalo rolled on the ground. Then the beast rose one last time, with a white buffalo calf signal, the white buffalo calf prophecy fulfilled. Restoring harmony and spirituality to a troubled land is a prophecy that is too hard for a white man to understand. The beginning of the tale is the settlers living adjacent, compassionate with natives. Ignoring this assistance, family members persisted in biting the hand that kept them fed. Eventually, Americans turned against the natives and pursued ethnic cleansing, pursuing them westward, where they died, along with the trails of tears. The white man slaughtered the buffalo, also to near extinction, all in the name of progress or greed, and dashing native spirits. So I know that there is some anonymous people that watch my channel, and they're waiting for the word, and just to let them know that all is understood, all has been accepted.